Yeah. My name is Ngobeni. I'm a visual artist. I'm from Africa, in South Africa. Um, the material that I use is I work with collage. I'm a collagist. I cut and paste. I work with art magazines. Reason being why I work with art magazine, it is because I like working with material. So I think art magazines, they carry so much material in terms of the artists that are featured in these magazines. They have so much um, value that I take that value and I invest the value into my own work by privately collaborating their work with my work. But it is only known by me because it is unrecognizable by the naked eye. So therefore, the process of doing that, I layer and layer and layer different layers of paint. I sometimes use the palette knife just to walk over with different colors of that day's choice. Most of it, how I do it is I work on a canvas. I prepare my own um, canvas. So I like working with the unprepared canvas because it is important. It adds value into my work because I start something from the scratch, which gives me um, the opportunity to not, have a work that is mixed with other person's creativity. Uh, but more than that, I work with acrylic paints. You know, I like working with acrylic paints, and then mostly, even though if it is not acrylic paint, it's mixer of these different things in it. For instance, I sometimes do sculptures out of mannequins, and I transform them to like installations. If you look at the back there is a huge installation of the work that I recently did for my Standard Bank presentation show. Therefore, this is a gold leaf, so it's a very expensive kind of paper that I normally put in my work because I like, I enjoy seeing that thing, because it is also speaking about the historical um, resources that belonged to Africa, which was taken away. And I believe this gold leaf also, it is our gold, but it was not created here to be this gold leaf, I think so. Then we go back to buy the same thing with expensive money. This is what I invest in my work. It's an expensive thing that I put in my work to show that I respect my work so much. And that process, um, I I do write lots of notes. As you see, it's like different notes. I have sketchbooks that I gather ideas in so that I can create something that is stronger, that is powerful. Um, and mostly in my work, I work with different thickness of the paper. So this is just a normal paper. I can go as much as newsprint because newsprint is way thick, it's thinner. And then I can go as much as the book cover, which is that thickness, which is for me using these different thicknesses of paper. It characterize or it is how the depthness of my work is being defined. Because in my work mostly when you look at the characters, they are more of like flat and they are more of like, they are just, pasted on the canvas, which for me, I think it is a unique way of how to deal with my ideas that I invest them into these canvases. and I'm a mixed media person. I work with different mediums. I do sculptures, I do performances, I do video installations, I do installations at large. And when you think of that process, for me, it is a freedom of material that I have. And how I became a collagist, it was very, very profound situation that was pushed by the hardship of life, you know. I used to collect these materials from like scrap board from the dust bins around the city. So anything that I found lying on the street or anyway that is usable, then I would take it and then recycle that thing into make a product that is more like this product that is the final masterpiece. So yeah, but most of it is like I have so many ways of dealing with my ideas, because I think as an African child, what an African child need to think of now, or think to do now, things to do with like at this present moment, because when COVID-19 walked into the landscapes of the people or affected the global movement, I think whoever that was locked in that space, he had to think beyond, you know. That's when, like today, as I'm standing here, I think that time when I spent in my space, I was thinking deep about the work that I created now, which is the work that's gonna be featured in the at the Basel, at the Basel thing, art fair or something. So yeah, this is the material. I do collage. I'm a collagist. Um, I create from the scrapboard. I work with materials. I love materials. So yeah. Voila, 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 voila.